Hey, this is Paranormal Girl. Nibiru. Nibiru is Sumerian for the 12th planet. From ancient Sumerian texts, there was a description that our creators came from a yet discovered planet that enters our solar system every 3,600 years. The text said that they were known as the Nephilim, and that they had colonized Earth over 400,000 years ago. The Bible also mentions this race and calls them sons of God. The planet of Nibiru was suffering as its atmosphere was eroding. They came to Earth in order to mine minerals, which was gold, to help repair their atmosphere. This was done in the Middle East, and is why we find the Great Pyramid and the adjacent pyramids along with constellations in our solar system. They created portals on Earth, which are highly magnetic areas, to send their minerals back to Nibiru. Our race was created around 300,000 years ago as a hybrid race with native Earth animals and the Nephilim to create a race of workers to help mine the minerals from our planet. The alien leaders did not like this interbreeding and chose not to warn humankind about the impending doom on Nibiru in 1300,000 BC that would eventually cause the Great Flood here on Earth. However, one of the Anunnaki takes it upon himself to inform Noah of the impending doom so that he can help avoid the race's extinction. From there, the Anunnaki promised to return in time, but leave humans alone to rule the planet. The return of Nibiru. This image here shows in late 2012, Nibiru was in view with our sun. You can see here. The following is a theory put forward by the followers of Sitchin, who believe we are not being told the truth from NASA and our governments. In 2002, the 12th planet of Nibiru was physically entered our solar system, falling in line with Sitchin's 12th planet dialogue. After entering in 2002, Nibiru went on to influence the orbits of the planets in our system, changing their axis and poles along the way. It passed close enough to Earth that it influenced our oceans for several years, eventually leading to devastating tsunamis, a new awakening of volcanoes around the world, and influenced definitively the climate and the Earth's axis, which slowly moves, thus altering the position of the physical and magnetic poles. Initially, the planet's orbit came closer to the Earth's south pole and the Sun, and was not visible from Earth. But in late 2012, Nibiru's oblique orbit, which was 35 relative to the solar equator plane, proved to be quite visible, and many pictures and videos were posted online questioning this new star in our skies. However, no one in the mainstream media were asking, what is that? The short answer is because of NASA. They decided to question the true orbit and return of Nibiru to our solar system. The US government had urged them that it was required that they deny the existence of Nibiru in order not to cause widespread panic throughout the world. NASA then prepared a very well-built simulation that projected the orbit of Nibiru, transformed the simulation in video, and sneak-released on the internet. The simulation done by NASA computers presented visually not only the displacement of Nibiru in its orbit, but also the orbits of other planets of the solar system. And this is a little video here of the NASA video with the orbit still exists. I'll leave this in the video for everyone to view for themselves. The goal of the video is clear for any scholar. Confuse everyone with a false orbit path of Nibiru. That goal was accomplished by everyone, though there was nothing to be seen or any adverse effects for us on Earth. The true orbit of Nibiru. Nibiru, by all definitions, concepts and research scholars in the field, is a red or brown dwarf star that carries along with it 7 planets orbiting around each other. Therefore, it is a mini solar system. Nibiru is close to 5 times that of Jupiter, so by turn, it is 6,500 times larger than the Earth. Nibiru's true orbit is around our Sun every 3,600 years. With the gigantic size, it has very strong gravitational pull, and it influences our oceans and all magnetic fields. So in 2011, when Nibiru approached the Sun, it began forcefully pulling at the Sun's core. The core of the Sun is only 65 times that of Nibiru. Thus, the solar activity in relation to explosions and solar storms has increased so much so that the Maximo Solar started in 2011 and has not stopped to this day. Even in 2014, it was still going. The emissions are in the ultraviolet solar radiation level ranges from 0 to 16 and are currently at 15. But the normal is between 9 and 10 units. That was caused by the approach of Nibiru towards the Sun. Don't forget, keep in mind that the Sun also influenced Nibiru. Because of the magnetic and gravitational intensity of Nibiru, it influenced the Sun in a way that it initiated the reversal of its magnetic poles. The same reversal is also happening here on Earth. Gravitational pull and magnetic fields. In order to perform this reversal, these two forces acting together are required. This mutual attraction between the Sun and Nibiru increased Nibiru's travel speed and velocity. In essence, it was catapulted with accelerated speed away from the Sun. The process is known as a slingshot effect and was used by NASA to throw the Galileo probe towards Jupiter. The probe passed twice by the Earth's orbit, then the orbit of Venus. With significantly increased speed, was finally redirected towards Jupiter. The gravitational effect of accelerated so much that its contour to the Sun's orbit will be much longer, but faster than the misleading NASA simulation. Based on this premise, it's our estimate that Nibiru would pass back around us in 2018, which is already last year. On this return, Nibiru will come from the North Pole of the Sun and Earth, so it will be widely seen in the Northern Hemisphere. In this new return, it will be faster than when you came from outer space into our solar system. This distance of Neptune to the Sun is highly convenient for Nibiru because it needs a certain distance to reaccelerate from, again, tangent to the Sun to get to restart the longer orbit of 3,600 years. So my question to you, do you believe Nibiru is real? And if so, leave a comment in the section below. I'd be very interested in your views on Nibiru. My view is, I think it is real. And as we all know, NASA does cover up a lot of things and our governments aren't telling us the truth. I think they're doing that so as not to frighten us. It makes for a very interesting thought though, don't you think?